subscribe and leave a comment below. r/AskReddit. What is something that you would never confess to your family? Nice try, mom. I would never tell my grandmother how much of an idiot I think my uncle is. She buries her head in the sand about him. Edit. I'm probably not your wife, cousin, niece or sister. Thanks for asking. Anything related to porn? What are you doing, stepbro? That I handcraft cast in silicone, nerdy sex toys and pay bills with dong money. Do you have a website? For research. The code for price clause to work correctly depends on make, but most modern keycode ones use factory code 5,318,008. I talk to strangers online, and guess what, mum? I haven't been murdered by a catfish yet. How sad I am. Almost any of my thoughts, feelings and beliefs on anything. I don't think that's really a bad thing. They don't need to know any of that. That I'm really not as smart or motivated as they claim I am. I'm ducking stupid and I kind of just want to sit in my apartment and do nothing until I die at 30. That's kinda what I thought, but here I am. 32 years old and not dead. Call it procrastination, I guess. That my mother, who always said time and time again that she will never turn into her mother, has turned into her mother. My sisters and I have formed a pact. If any of us start exhibiting signs of becoming like our parents, it is the solemn duty of the rest of the sisters to bring that beach back to reality, or in the event that this fails, execute her. We have all accepted that this is for the greater good. I use Reddit. Both of my parents hate me talking to people online because they think I am going to get kidnapped or raped or something. So I'm not allowed to post comment like anything by people they don't know. Edit. Could y'all quit asking for my personal info? I get that it's a joke, but I'm a minor and I'm actually kinda getting tired and uncomfortable. Tie. My younger aunt and I almost fooled around when we were kids. We didn't know about each other, and when we both met she was 13. I was 15. As we grew up there was a ton of flirting and sexual tension. It never came to anything, thank God, but we had some intimate conversations around it. Oddly enough, both of us are very close today and have even spoke about how ridiculous the whole thing was. Edit for some FAQ in comments. Asterisk. Technically my half aunt. Mom had me at 16. Grandpa had an affair with another woman. Produced my aunt 2 years later, and subsequently left grandmother for other woman. For the record, both of those women are lovely. I rarely see the grandmother who lives far away, but the other woman lives in the same state and sees her great grandson and I with some frequency. Neither of us want to bone the other anymore, and at least one of us is happily married. We're both embarrassed, but I think she's more embarrassed than I am. That being said, she is very attractive and younger me fantasized about it a lot, and I will always have those fantasies with me. We have children and those children see each other infrequently, attend each other's birthday parties, yada yada. We've rarely talked about it, but when we have it's very dismissive, like what the hell was wrong with us type thing. Obviously, it's always there for me and I'm pretty sure for her. I can't interact with her without thinking, hey, remember that time we talked about fooling around and then never did? My extended family thinks I've had no career or salary advancement for 10 years. I play a bumbling idiot with them who just can't catch a break. Reason being, they're a cavalcade of self-inflicted sob stories and GoFundMe grifters. I don't want to be hit up for loans every other week. I'm actually a senior manager at an established consulting firm. If they had a good reason for their misery other than got drunk with the money for bills and didn't pay them, I would help them out. Pretending to be a struggling idiot deflects any attempts at soliciting me for money. Note, I live out of state from them and they don't travel, so I only have to maintain this foolish charade for Thanksgiving and Christmas. My parents are in on it. Once or twice a year due to living 3,000 miles away. I just can't stand them. They all gossip and talk shit and spin their wheels so much you can't even have a normal conversation with any of them. It's all drama and always has been. I never understood how and why I was so depressed my entire life. Found escapism through alcohol and partying. Since I've lived across the country I'm sober. Have a super awesome family and I barely ever see them. It's great. You're fine with telling them about the cum and shit guzzling? Up until about a year ago, I said I would take to my grave that my stepdad molested me for almost 30 years, but I outed the dude 8 months ago. Cheers. Edit. I've never felt so much love from strangers. I love Reddit. I'm going to spend tomorrow reading everyone's comments. You all matter. And if this post encourages even one person to speak their truth, it was worth it. Thank you, kind strangers. I really don't enjoy spending time with them. I've been the black sheep since I was a child, and it sucks when the entire family thinks of you as the mean one, then wonder why you don't have any interest in spending time with them. I'm the picky, selfish, resting beach face black sheep to my family. I will admit I was misbehaved when I was a kid 10+ years ago, but I'm not a child anymore. They just refuse to think of me as any different than I was and keep bringing up the past. Also, it's not picky to not want to eat off of dirty, crusty plates, dad. All I want is to feel loved and secure, but I don't feel that in this family. I met a random redditor for sex and quite enjoyed it. Was it me? And quite enjoyed it. Obviously not me. Never mind. That I accidentally got her, my mom, a non-vegetarian hot dog one time. I just didn't think when I was ordering. She thought it was the best veggie dog ever and had a great night's sleep that night. I will take that to the grave with me. Edit. Clarifying who her is. I used to smoke meth. I've been clean for 13 years now and they'll never know. Edit. Holy shit. Thank you for the golds and F button. To answer a few questions. I smoked for 5 years. I got into a huge fight with my parents and moved to another city so no one really saw me, and this was before Facebook and shit, so there wasn't any gross pics being posted. I got clean with some help, moved back, and made up with my family. I'm running out of excuses on why I won't watch Breaking Bad though. My husband knows, but I am very apathetic and don't feel a lot. I do feel and have feelings, but not the same as other people seem to. I know what I should feel and have learned how to react when I need to, but I tend to truly only feel more extreme emotions, and the rest of the time I am just content or neutral. Fetishes. LOL. I'm to that one. In the worst part of my alcoholism, I tried to overdose on sleeping pills. In the way to the hospital, my mom said it might have been better for everyone if I just did the deed. I haven't forgiven her and I don't know if I can. Edit. Thank you for the messages. I read them all even if I didn't reply. I've bettered myself since this happened almost 7 years ago. I'll have 3 years in September. I still love my mother and I understand how she could say this in the moment. I know what I did and I accept responsibility. I hope I can separate my own pain and insecurity. And like a few people said, therapy would help. Once I have health insurance again. I don't want vindication or revenge for what happened. Someone I love said something devastating to me at my lowest point. As you/@Rika said, I understand why she did this, but I'm not okay with it. At least not yet. In 3rd grade, I cheated on my history exam. In 4th grade, I stole my Uncle Max's toupee and I glued it on my face when I was Moses in my Hebrew school play. In 5th grade, I knocked my sister Edie down the stairs and I blamed it on the dog. When my mom sent me to the summer camp for fat kids and then they served lunch, I went nuts and I pigged out and they kicked me out. But the worst thing I ever done, I mixed a pot of fake puke at home and then I went to this movie theater, hid the puke in my jacket, climbed up to the balcony and then I made a noise like this. Hua 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 hurrah. And then I dumped it over the side, all over the people in the audience. And then, this was horrible. All the people started getting sick and throwing up all over each other. I never felt so bad in my entire life. That I was sexually abused by a friend of my mother's when I was about 7 years old. My brother was by a different person and that is known. There is nothing to be gained. Edit. Thank you guys for your comments and messages. You were as a majority as awesome as I thought you would be. I joined the Navy to get away from them. Not because I felt some sort of patriotic duty like they tell people. I liked it. I found a purpose. I got great training that got me the job I have today. But I did it because I hated it at home. Edit. Wow, this blew up. I've been trying to answer questions and DMs, but I was on mobile last night. So sorry if I didn't get to them until this morning. Just a little elaboration. I was in from 1997 to 2005. Joined after high school. That I was expelled from but graduated through the special programs and was on probation. Because of why I was expelled. I was acting out a lot because of home life. A lot has changed in training. So I'll answer questions as best I can. Thanks for all the support and the awards. Don't forget to subscribe and share your story in the comment.